Would you guys be mad if he wins it next year? And by wins it, Royal
The
Rumble.
Rumble. I think it's kind of hard to say just because, it's what, 6 months before the Rumble, and so much
It's
is going
6
to
months actually
change.
at this point. It's actually
Yeah.
we're in the 6-month range. Yeah.
So much is going to change between now and then. So like it's really hard to say, okay, who deserves to win the Royal Rumble when you're talking about it in July. Like who you think deserves to win it right now is not necessarily going to be the front runner come January, So like if you ask me right now, I would love for John Cena to win the Royal Rumble. Do I think he
Yeah.
needs to? No. No, he doesn't. It also just it depends on like what his goals are. Like he didn't shut down the idea of winning the WWE championship for a 17th time. So if he wants to have another title shot, the easiest way for him to do that and for people to not complain is if he's in the Royal Rumble and isn't number 30. But it's John Cena. Like at the end of the day, he doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble to
Get
put
it to where
himself
title match.
at the front of the line to be in the
I don't
title
care.
contention.
Yeah.
So it just depends if he just wants to have a Mania match, if he wants to have that final title run, like we don't know at this point. But if you ask me right now, I really would not care. But if you ask me again in like 5 months, then I might care. But again, it's John Cena. Like
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what they do with him in this retirement tour because I I have a brain and realize that once he wins the title or whatnot, 17,
Mhm.
that's what he won. That's the number he came out when he won.
I would just love for that. It would just be so great to come
And
out at 17. Yeah.
and with him when like I kind of lost my train of thought. When if he wins it, like it doesn't matter like at the end of the day because he's still going to be done and retire. And the worst thing that comes of it is, all right, well, there's a tournament now for the vacant WWE title, and then what happens with there? Oh,
Well,
well,
he's
then you
not
make more. No, and I'm just saying, like, worst comes to worst, like he has a reign, like his last match, like maybe he doesn't win at
Oh,
Mania,
I'm sure
or like
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, worst case scenario of John Cena with the WWE Championship, and then after, like, is just a tournament for the vacant title. Like, let's really put like,
Well,
look at what
yeah.
John Cena did for us for an entire like the 2 decades, seriously, as wrestling fans, and what he did for the business and everything. Like, if there was a man in any company, any promotion to get that treatment for their retirement tour, it's John Cena. And I could like it, I could not like it. He could be Kevin Owens at WrestleMania in front of me with me front row. And like, I don't care because it's John Cena.
Mhm.
So I don't
Oh my
care
god.
what they do at this point. John Cena to like win the WWE title at WrestleMania
Oh my
against
god.
Cody Rhodes. Like,
If
I
that
don't care.
I
Feed it to
feel
me.
that would be oh my god, I can't. I can't even. I need first of all, I'm
Is
going
it
to need John Cena to be a free agent. He has to be a free agent. He cannot be sold on only Raw or only SmackDown because if he's going to go
Oh,
after the
sorry.
WWE
Sorry.
title, then he needs
Yes.
to go to SmackDown.
It's John Cena.
But
He's the
as Jay
champion.
said, he is not a Grand Slam champion, so he would also need to dabble in the Intercontinental Championship, which would be
Okay.
great. I think he could do that
Ooh.
maybe toward the end or something because I feel like everybody assumes that Cody is not going to lose the title until WrestleMania or later. Uh, if that's the case, let's say he loses at WrestleMania, who better than to lose to than John
Then John
Cena?
Cena.
Like
Who
no
cares?
one's gonna look at you differently. You know what I mean? But I could see John Cena being like, I don't want to beat Cody anymore.
Yeah, that's the other thing. He put over Austin Theory. I mean,
Yeah, like
so
I could see him being like, no, I don't want to do that. But
the bottom
I
time, no one cares.
but I
No
yeah,
one
I mean, I
cares.
guess maybe if it didn't happen at Mania, I don't know. I just feel like we have to see him win 17. Like we can't have Ric Flair be the
They,
winningest champion ever. I'm sorry, but we can't have that anymore. And I don't want Charlotte Flair to be the one that breaks it for in general because then it's going to be like the Flairs, the Flairs. It's like no. John
yeah.
Cena was the face of the company literally every single week for 15 years straight. Like no, it's not the same. So I would love to
It's
see that,
not.
and if we
And
saw him win number 17, I would
here's
I
the
would
thing,
cry.
Ric Flair was more the face of the rival promotions of WWE than he was
Yeah,
WWE.
yeah, I
They
know.
just bought his image and likeness,
Yeah,
essentially. Like, yes, he did. He was in the '90s, and with a tear in my eye, this is the greatest moment. I get it, all right. But when you look at the brass tacks of it, Ric Flair is not the face of WWE.
yeah.
He is John Cena. So
Mhm.
here we go.
Um, Richard said, yeah, that he probably wants to win this 17 or become a Grand Slam. I feel like he should be able to do both, honestly. Um, but he also wants to see Cena versus Cody, Randy Punk, Gunther Braun. But he also doesn't think that Cena is going to beat Cody. I don't think that's a bad idea. I just think maybe not at Mania. Um, because the thing is if he's going to win 17, he has to beat Cody. It's not the world heavyweight. So,
Technically it is. Yes, it
oh, it
is.
counts that. Oh, okay.
It
Yeah,
counts.
but it's not going to hit the same.
It
I guess
won't, but it's wrestling.
I guess I don't know. There's so much to consider because, like, who knows who's going to be world heavyweight champion by WrestleMania? You know,
Could be Damian Priest.
but
Could
hopefully not. Hopefully not.